Honk for the unborn. Honk for the children. What about
those sort of women? They're pro-lifers. You know, women are being aborted. Women deserve to live.
I made out shot. Should have been up. Stop recording me. I don't consent to recording. Stop recording me. Wait. I hope that
that's assault, right?
This is for our safety. So move. I want my kid on camera. Move. Move. You want to get made? No, I'm not. All of y'all are young. Just like your friends just got made.
Aggressor! Aggressor! Aggressor!
I will make you again! Move out of my face!
There's more. That's more pepper spray. She got it on my hand. The cops are coming now.
That means.
So she sprayed it at me, and she also
Did it make contact with you?
Yeah, it hit my hand, and for the boys over there got them.
Let's go help them, because again, if it's in the eyes of them, we want to make sure that they're helped. Okay.
Right.
So we're standing here for a peaceful protest when two ladies and their children come over and start pepper spraying us. Got down my throat and up my nose. Burns really bad. Got in my mouth and down my throat.
Pray for us. Hey, Gabriel, pray for us. Pray for us.
There's really not much you can do about Mace. It just kind of has to wear off a little bit.
How much of a loving and accepting person do you have to be to not only start cursing in front of your kids because of the fact that you have people who disagree with the stupidity that you believe in? And it's not just stupidity, but they disagree with you based on the fact that you want to be able to kill your own children. But you're so loving and accepting that you mace other kids based on the fact that they disagree with you, and you're apparently the person on the right side of history. The young kid in this video was a trooper because she maced him and he was still going on as if he didn't really even get maced, which was very strong on his behalf. But it was also good that we got to see justice being served to these people who clearly do not have two brain cells rubbing together in their brains, because when you look at them, you'll understand what I mean.
I don't think there's anything harder than finding a liberal boyfriend. Where is he?
Newsflash, it's really not that hard. All you'd have to do is go to a gay bar and you'd be able to find your liberal boyfriend.
So I'm 20 weeks today. Still have a whole 20 weeks left.
So you're a woman.
It's been a while since I went over this, so let's do a quick refresher. We are a 3-parent family raising 2 amazing children. My husband and I, we're a married couple. We're raising our kids alongside our platonic co-parent. We're not all in a romantic relationship, though. My husband and I are polyamorous, and he does have another partner, but that person doesn't live with us. The 3 of us all do live under one roof, and our oldest child is now 3 years old. We've nicknamed them Peach for the internet. We also have a new baby that we've nicknamed Strawberry. We use gender-neutral language when we talk about our kids, 1, to allow them to grow up to be whoever they're going to be, and 2, to help protect their privacy. Our children call us Daddy. My husband is Papa. My co-parent is Momo.
You know, Miss Buckman, you need a license to buy a dog or drive a car. Hell, you need a license to catch a fish. But they'll let any butt-reaming asshole be a father.
It is masking virtue signaling. Normally, I don't respond to anti-masker comments just because, like, I'm not for you, you're not for me, but I actually think this is a really important conversation to have in the COVID cautious community.
The definition of liberal is willing to respect or accept behaviors or opinions different from one's own, or relating or denoting a political and social philosophy that promotes individual rights, civil liberties, and free enterprise. So basically you don't care about anybody else. And you think that I'm a bad person because I respect other people's opinions. Like, what world are we living in?
There is no way she really said what she just said and genuinely thought what she said is true. There's no way. Before we get back into the video, if you guys are enjoying the video, as per usual, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you also hit the bell so that you're notified when a video comes out. Also, if you guys are into gaming, or anyone who's watching this video is into gaming, subscribe to my new YouTube channel, YinkaThatGuy, which will be linked down in the description down below. And this is only for the gamers, so if you're not interested in gaming, you do not have to subscribe. But let us get back into the video.
I look like a fucking disaster and I'm in the car because I just got back from the grocery store, but WWE is going full fascist and I can no longer support them. The show was going pretty normally. First night of a 2-night SummerSlam, first one they've ever had. Show was going fine, booking was decent, some questionable decisions here and there. Don't get me started on the Sami Zayn. And then the segment before the main event, they show a bunch of pictures of Triple H at the White House signing that executive order with Donald Trump. Now, WWE has had ties to the administration and just like Republican fashy bullshit for a long time, but this was very direct on screen. They said, "Make America fit again" on commentary, and the White House played into it a lot as well, having Triple H come out and do his fucking water spit entrance, and they made a whole thing about it, and just, I can't do it anymore. Even if there's talent there that I like, I cannot support a company who is openly supporting an administration who wants to see me dead.
Yeah, I'm sure the WWE care about losing you. They are so hurt because of the fact that they decided to lose someone like you. How could they? As a person who has watched WWE throughout the years, I don't watch it much now, but I have watched it over the years, and I saw what happened with Brock Lesnar coming back, and it seemed like the liberals wanted to just cry and complain about the fact that he came back. I'm actually quite happy he came back, because people like you just want to cancel people without actually having any evidence or without people being convicted. Apparently, public opinion are the ones who can try you as being guilty before any evidence has come out. I'm really sure the WWE are going to start crying now because some dude with green hair who doesn't even know what gender he is all of a sudden thinks WWE is fascist.
Well, I'm a little bit more educated than you think.
Let's do it. When does life begin? When does life begin?
I'm an atheist. Sorry, I don't talk about.
You just said you're educated on it. So when does life begin? Secular. You don't have to be Christian. When does life begin? You can search it up right now, all you guys. When does life begin scientifically? It says fertilization. I thought you'd know that if you studied this, man. Like, come on.
When you were born, life. Yeah.
When you were born, life. So this is very important, guys. If I'm a murderer and I pregnant woman, I get charged with double homicide. But it's when you're born. He just said it's when you're born, though, right? How come? Why is that? That's a good point. I'll change your mind.
Yeah, that didn't turn out the way she thought it would. Sometimes it's better to just be humble, especially when you don't even know what you're talking about. But apparently she knows a lot more than he knows, and then ended up being humble because it showed how stupid she truly was.
I don't get it. It's not hard to not be greedy. It's not hard to share. It's not hard to love people. It's not hard to want to help others. Like, I don't get it. This would be a better world if we had less greed, less selfishness, and more empathy. I cry almost every day, usually behind closed doors, because every time I have the privilege to put my daughter to sleep every night. And there's so many families that don't get to do that to their children, or they're in Gaza or Ukraine and getting blown to shreds. They have to worry about when they're going to eat next. It could be a much better place. I don't get it. It's so much cruelty.
I really want people to truly understand and think and take a second to think of the process it takes to record a video of yourself crying. Honestly, I don't even want to walk through the process anymore because I've done it time and time again, but truly and really think of what it takes for you to actually record yourself crying and then post it on social media. Furthermore, I'm sure this is going to help the people of Gaza so much to see a video of you crying about how they need food and how they're being attacked. It's going to help them so much. This is not a personal thing or just to make yourself look like an empathetic person. It's actually to help them and give them money because apparently your video is somehow going to do that.
Shed my pants in courage. My name is Kate Bennett and I'm on to shed. Caitlin, shed your pants. Caitlin is the naughty. Caitlin, shed her pants. And Colin, and she'll do it fucking game. Caitlin Bennett, shed her pants.
to point out, you have a sticker that says, I poop on fascists. And you're talking about it smelling like poop?
That's my sticker. Yeah, I poop on
That's
fascists.
disgusting.
That's you, bitch.
You want to poop on me?
I will poop on you if you continue being a fascist.
Have a little bit of self-reflection there. You look ridiculous right now. And when this clip goes out, this is going to go viral, and you guys are going to get made fun of because this looks so bad for you. You guys want to poop on me. That's embarrassing.
I know. Get your microphone out of her face.
Look how distraught she is. She's apologizing to her right now because that's her sticker. So actually, she's the one who likes to do the pooping on people, and so she's
it's my sticker.
Yeah. So you like to poop on people.
The way I look like a dumbass.
She's dumb. They don't know what to do. They've been completely disarmed. They have no idea what to do.
I've seen this before with another woman who pooped on a man, and maybe some of you guys might know who I'm talking about. It's actually a famous person who pooped on Johnny Depp. But it's very interesting that the first thing you think of doing to someone you don't like is to poo. I don't even know what type of mindset you have to come to that conclusion, because it's clearly weird. But as we've seen in this video, these people are clearly weird people because they believe that shouting at other people is going to change their minds. You would think this is something that barbarians used to do centuries ago, but for some reason we have this happening in 2025.
All right, I might have to take my own advice because right now I am so frustrated by the fact that like I can't see anything more with this guy I'm seeing. And he's a great guy. He's a great guy on paper, great guy in person. And I just don't understand why I don't see more with him. Like, what made me want to see more with my exes? You know, like, it's so, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's so frustrating. Like, he's a great guy. He's like such a good guy, and it's like and then I don't see more with him. It's like, why? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with me.
The more and more I see videos like this, the more I've come to understand why arranged marriages were a thing. Women apparently have all of these freedoms to choose and do whatever they want, and they come online, sit in a car. For some reason, they seem to always want to sit in a car when they discuss topics like this. But yeah, they sit in a car and they still can't seem to find these good men, even when it's the case that they have all the choice to do so. Make it make sense.
When I think platforms like really commodify women's bodies and normalize the idea that if men just pay you like $5 a month, they can get whatever they want out of you. You can laugh, but the average creator makes about $150 a month. That's not even the minimum wage in like Kenya. But I think that you set a very dangerous precedent that makes it very hard for women to stand up for themselves in normal relationships and tell guys that they can't just get whatever they want out of you, and that you can set boundaries and standards.
Yeah, I don't mind selling myself for $5 a month, honestly.
Ain't nobody making $150
a month.
We're not harming you in any way. You could find your fish.
Yeah, I would happily never marry someone who pays money for. But I just think it's sad that you guys reduce your value and self-worth to $5 a month.
And that's your perspective.
Well, my perspective is that I think you guys are worth so much more. I think God endowed you.
And who
with
said we're not?
Well, I think when you're
in your eyes, we're not.
Well, I'm trying to say, I think when you debase yourself to make your entire livelihood dependent on basically the lowest common denominator, which is the fact that you guys have and an I think that you're selling yourselves extremely short.
Hold on just a moment.
Okay.
Well, that's exactly what feminism is. It's funny how they were being protected from this type of behavior, but then when they get all of these freedoms, the very first thing they need to do and need to show to everybody is their sexuality, while at the same time complaining that people only see them, or men specifically only see them for their sexuality. Gotcha.
If you're not going to quit your job and join us, the least you can do is throw us $1 so we can eat some canned beans, some rice, while we do this revolution on your behalf.
There is no way you made this video seriously thinking it was a good idea. But then, you know, I've seen a lot of stupid people, and this shouldn't actually come as a surprise to me that you actually decided to record such a video.
The American flag is racist. That's not a hot take. That's just something I can substantiate by history. If I walk by a house, just walking down the street, walking my dogs, and you have an American flag hanging out of your window or on your porch, it gives MAGA. It gives white supremacists. I don't know what's confusing by that. I just came here to say that. Thank you.
Apart from the stupidity she said in this video, I was waiting for something to chirp in the background, and I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about.
And to the white people that's talking about, oh, if you keep on making everything about race, then everything is going to be about race. Mind you, I ain't never gave a fuck about race before 2025. The only reason why I personally give a fuck about race in 2025 is because I was forced to give a fuck about race in 2025. If motherfuckers wasn't legalizing lynching and legalizing motherfucking segregation and bringing back all white towns, and motherfuckers weren't actively getting lynched in 2025, maybe I wouldn't give a fuck about motherfucking race. Maybe if I wasn't a parent of black boys and girls that are supposed to grow up to be black men and women, mind you, I said supposed to, because in 2025, you can't guarantee that type of thing, then maybe I wouldn't give a fuck about race. But for you to be naive about why I give a fuck about race is redundant and ignorant, and it proves why Bush should not have left you dumb fucks behind, because y'all are stuck behind like today ain't happening. This is why I say y'all need to stop inviting motherfuckers to the goddamn cookout, because they don't even understand what the fuck it is.
You have to be a very weird individual to even make a video like this. I can guarantee you right now, 2025 has not been the only year you decided to start talking about race. Just by looking at you, I can guarantee you have been talking about race more than likely since you were born, because that seems to be your programming.
But are you okay with ICE? How do you feel about ICE?
I hope ICE is only loving and kind and never does any evil to anyone.
But they're evil to everyone all the time. What do you feel about that?
I do believe there's evil, and when there's evil, it should be stopped.
They're
collecting
3,000. And they're leaving kids alone.
Yeah.
So you should care.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not a part of ICE. Well, yeah, but do you understand the sign, though? Just basically, do you understand the sign?
But are you not worried about ICE?
Sure, yeah. I want ICE to be done right.
The same way that you should be talking about this is way less of an issue. It's so much more personal.
No. Well, this is, just so you understand what it is, this is saying that there's a particular worldview that will cause a person to stand up against injustice. And if you don't hold...
Why is she so addicted to ICE? He was talking about unborn babies, and she decided to start talking about a completely different subject.
Oh, it's been heralded as a great triumph, has it? When are they going to do Muhammad on ICE? So what they do is they're banking on the fact that there is Christian pacifism and that we won't give the sorts of violent pushback that they would get if they were mocking other religions. So they kind of bank on that. What this is homosexual infiltration, once again, of the church. This is what they do. This is all they do. This is a GLAAD award, Nosferatu looking chick. And here's what they did. They didn't just get everything wrong. They didn't even include the resurrection, any of the Christian themes. The whole thing is a total mockery. And who cares if a bunch of liberal, a bunch of liberals write up, oh, this was great. This was a musical masterpiece. Of course they're going to say that. That's what they do. That's how propaganda works. This entire thing was designed to attack Christianity, and it's always that way. That's the way it always is.
It's very clear that they only like to attack Christianity, as Andrew was saying in this video. I personally would like to see if it's the case that they can make something like this and do it for Muhammad. Let's see if you guys would do that. They more than likely definitely would not do that in England, because here it's been basically taken over by Islamists. But yeah, I would like to see you make a runway show or whatever it is and do it for Muhammad, and let's see how that goes for you.
I am currently at Buc-ee's, which has a well-established history, especially in the last few years, of being racist. But why am I stopping at Buc-ee's then? Well, there are a lot of moments in which a company does racist things, and while some people can boycott, everybody can't, especially without safety being a really important factor. Whenever we travel across the country like we are currently doing, driving back from Atlanta down to Texas, after driving from Texas up to Ohio and a bunch of other states, Buc-ee's is one of the only places where we can safely not only get gas, but also get food that isn't going to make you sick. If you have never driven through rural America, if you're not somebody who's experienced in general whenever it comes to driving cross country, you may not realize how hard it is, especially in certain places, to get somewhere where you can use a clean, safe restroom and where you can buy food that isn't going to make you sick, especially whenever you have a disability. So as much as we absolutely hate the things that Buc-ee's has done in the past few years, it's one of the only places that we can still reliably go. This same thing happens when we talk about places like Walmart and sometimes even Target. People condemn other people for using certain services that may, again, have been racist or currently are engaging in active racism. But a lot of times there are people that do not have a choice because they don't have other options. I live in a place where Walmart and Kroger are going to be two of the only grocery store options that you have. You cannot go out of your way to find somewhere else because not only may you be disabled or financially limited, but the distance could also make you unsafe. As somebody also, again, who has a disability, there are times where DoorDash is going to be the only way where I can get reliably what I need. Even though I don't want to use some of these services, I don't have other options. It is very counterproductive and ignorant to make condemnations against people who don't have another choice without actually trying to provide them with another choice. When the Montgomery bus boycott happened, there were so many organizers in the area who made sure that people who were not going to have another way to get home or to work actually give them a network. They didn't just say boycott the buses. They actually gave them a way to do so safely and ensured that it worked. There were even people that were icons because of the fact that they cooked for people that were doing the bus boycott. So that way people who maybe even then could get home and back also were able to get food delivered to them and were able to eat in a way that was safe, especially if the non-segregated places were now too far out of the way to get to. We must do better at being mindful when we talk about boycotts and being able to understand that sometimes there are no other options without community impact. There are no other options without people making it to where the people that don't have options can have those. And even whenever those of us who may have to use those options can continue to make better choices and limit our experiences and limit our involvement in those places, we also have to make sure that we're considering the fact that people are people and there's a lot going in the world. And it's hard enough as it. That's all for now. My mom's calling me because she's done pumping gas.
You don't have other options. We get it. You're just too lazy to look for other options, or it might be the case that you can create other options. But as I've said in previous videos, people like this don't want to actually find solutions. They just want to come online and complain and cry about how much of a victim they are. That's really all it is. You do have other options. You can actually be the person who can go out and create those options, which would in turn create opportunities for other people, which would in turn help the economy. But people like you are only here to extract, complain, and cry, like we saw in your video.